सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Good morning, Shubhodayam. How are you all? Keeping well? Yeah, please see page number 110. Here are some of the best quotes of Swami Vivekananda on leadership. So the difficulty is not in organization and making plans. The real test of the leader lies in holding widely different people together along the line of their common sympathies. A leader must accommodate 1,000 minds, and this can only be done unconsciously, never by trying. It's a very difficult task to take on the role of a leader. One must crush all one's own self under the feet of the community. One must be a servant of servants. There must not be a shade of jealousy or selfishness. Then you are a leader. What it takes to become a leader? What are the qualities one needs to cultivate to become a leader? Swami is telling here. A leader must accommodate 1,000 minds. You should have the capacity to accommodate 1,000 minds, to get along with 1,000 minds. Is it possible? How do you do that? Swami is saying here it has to happen. It can't be cultivated like that. It has to happen unconsciously. There are certain qualities that you need to display. When you display these qualities, people will see a leader in you and people will make you a leader. Not that you aspire to become a leader and you will become a leader. You have got the leadership qualities, right? You display those qualities, you exhibit these qualities, and the people will declare you a leader. But most of the times in society, what happens is this. We all want to become leaders, but we don't have those leadership qualities in us. We won't be able to become. Even if you become a leader because you have power or money, that is only a temporary leadership. You won't be able to command the allegiance or loyalty of the people for a long period of time. Because as soon as you lose power or wealth, the people who have been following till then, they desert you. So it's very important. Swamiji is saying here, one must be a servant of servants if you really want to become a leader. What it takes to be a servant? What is the one quality a servant must have? Please tell me. One quality? Yeah, yes. Very good. Obedience. You can become a servant only when you have this obedience in you. If you're disobedient all the time, you don't want to obey your master, you don't want to obey your leader, you can't become leader. The first thing is, first you need to become a servant of the servants. You should have that humility, you should have that obedience. You should be able to express your allegiance to your master. Sometimes the master may be wrong, sometimes the leader may be wrong, but you can't question the leader every time. Today we are in this organization. We are 15 people managing this mutt. So this Ramakrishna Mission has 224 branches, right? We have our headquarters in Calcutta. We have our general secretary there. Here actually we have our Adhyaksha Maharaj. So we all work under him. So every decision that he takes, I may not understand, I may not appreciate sometimes, but I must obey him. But every time I keep questioning him, actually, why should I follow you? Then organization cannot be run. Organization means organizing the talents, organizing the skills, organizing the genius, organizing the energies of a group of people. Swami Vivekananda, he said, in America, he said, I fell in love with organization, he said. You could clearly see the difference between India and the West. Why actually they have progressed so much, why we find it difficult to achieve the same degree of development in this country. Swamiji said, these people have the capacity to organize their talent, to organize their wills. Whereas in India, individually each one is a genius. It's very difficult to organize genius. That is the problem. It is difficult to hold Indians actually together in a group, in a team, where everybody wants to assert, everybody wants to become leader, everybody has got his or her own genius. Why should I listen to him? I have my own individuality, I have my own genius, I have my own talent. But you may have your genius. But if we can't come together, if we can't work in a team, if we work in a group, nothing big can be achieved. If you want to achieve big results in a short time, we should be able to organize ourselves well. Then only actually organizations can be run. The biggest problem is this: three people cannot work in concert together in India, Swami said. That's the biggest problem. Everybody asserts himself or herself. This way, the genius we can't organize. And because of that, we are not able to achieve big results in a short span of time. Okay, individually you may be great, but if you can't work in a group, you won't be able to achieve big results. Very often, what happens if you don't have the leadership qualities but you want to become a leader, temporarily you may become leader. Sri Ramakrishna used to give the example of what a snake trying to swallow a bullfrog. You know, there is a bullfrog. Frog is this big, but the snake wants to swallow that frog. Snake's mouth is only this size. What it does is it catches the frog, but it cannot swallow the frog. Neither it can let the frog go, nor it can swallow the frog. Right? It's a struggle for both. It's trouble for both, for a frog as well as for snake. Suppose it's a cobra. Actually, in three crocs, actually it bites. It actually swallows the frog, even if it is a bullfrog. It's a water snake. It's a small snake. Its mouth is very small, but it wants to eat a big frog. It can't. It can't swallow. Struggle for both. Like that. Somebody wants to become a leader. He or she doesn't have leadership qualities, right? Neither actually the individual will be able to command the full respect and loyalty of the followers, nor actually followers will be able to desert the leader, nor he will allow the followers actually to go away from him. So it's a kind of friction for both of them constantly, only both for the followers and also for the leader. So if you have that real leadership qualities, if you have that real character, people will implicitly obey you. There will not be any friction between the followers and the leader because you have those qualities in you. You have that love in your heart. You have that self-sacrificing spirit. You always actually value the treasure. You always value and you always treasure the interest of your followers more than your own interest. You don't have an individual interest. You don't have a selfish interest. Then you can become a leader. That's why Swamiji says a leader is born, not made. Only when you have these qualities, actually people will follow. You can become leaders effortlessly. But otherwise, to cultivate these qualities, it takes a lifetime. Particularly, you need to be self-sacrificing. Firstly, you need to develop the ability to serve others. First, be a servant, then you are fit to be a master. Thank you. Nice day.